Welcome to Rutgers Center for Vector Biology Outreach video website. This presentation of New Jersey light trap maintenance and calibration is part of the New Jersey Adult Mosquito Surveillance Program's preparation for the mosquito season. New Jersey County mosquito control agencies are all urged to maintain their New Jersey light traps through inspection and airspeed calibration, such that trap results can be compared throughout the state. This presentation is in two parts. Part 1 is the maintenance of the trap mechanics, and Part 2 is the calibration of the trap, as well as how to calibrate a handheld anemometer that you may wish to use in the future. We'll first start out by listing the items you'll need to check your New Jersey light traps. We'll then go through the physical items you need to look for on your trap and how to fix the problems you may encounter. Part 1 ends with other trap considerations, such as trap placement. Items that you will need for complete cleaning and calibration of your light trap include a data sheet and pencil. This data sheet should list the date of cleaning and calibration, trap identification number, location of where the trap will go, and the general condition of the trap, such as wires, killing jar. A section on airspeed calibration should also be included. You can download the Excel sheet that we've been using here at the center from the video page. Once you begin cleaning and calibrating, you may find that the traps mounted onto wooden or metal stakes may need to be removed, so pliers and screwdrivers or other appropriate tools may also be necessary. A brush is also necessary for cleaning out debris. Calibrations will also require a stopwatch, anemometer, and a stand to place the traps on. A resting box or large pail is of an appropriate size to place the trap on upside down. An electrical source in aluminum foil will also be needed to turn the traps on. Wires and plugs are crucial items to check. Because they are outdoors in changing weather, the rubber or plastic cover can deteriorate over time. Check to see that the wires are not cracked. This wire is in good shape. This wire is showing cracking, as well as cracking along the length. That should be replaced. Also check that the plug that is used is a 3-prong plug, having a grounding element. Remember that this is a metal object that is outside in stormy weather and may become a lightning strike. Make sure that the trap itself is grounded with a wire connecting internally to the trap. Some county agencies extend this directly to the ground via the stake holding the trap itself. Remember to check this wire also. This wire at the base will end up in the ground. Clean any debris or cobwebs from around the base at the top of the trap. Also make sure that these wires that are covered with electrical tape are replaced. That is because electrical tape is generally applied to wires that are beginning to show signs of cracking. Light sensors are placed on the cone of the trap to turn on the light and fan at dusk and to turn them off at dawn. Check that the light sensor is working by covering it with aluminum foil. It may take a few seconds for the light and fan to turn on. Replace any light sensor that failed to turn the trap on after 5 minutes. Finally, clean the glass cover of any debris that may be present. If your trap is operated by a timer, you'll find the timer located on a box on the side of the trap. There should be a lever that you can flip on to turn the trap on. Otherwise, you may need to turn the timing dial to turn the trap on. Generally, if the trap turns on, your timer should be working. However, you may want to test the timer by setting it to turn the trap on in the next few minutes and then to turn the trap off a few minutes after that. If you do this, remember to reset the time back to dusk and dawn. As you test the sensor or timer, you should be able to see whether your light bulb is working or not. If not, replace them with a 25-watt 110-volt light bulb. It can either be frosted or not, and it needs to be an incandescent bulb. Fluorescent or LED bulbs have not been tested for the quantity of mosquitoes they catch. The funnel is the item that mechanically directs mosquitoes and other insects to the killing jar. It is made of a screen material and should be free of holes, dirt, and debris. If there are any holes, the funnel should either be repaired or replaced, as mosquitoes can blow through the holes. Use either a brush or an air blower to clean the screen of dirt and debris. Funnels should be examined for dirt buildup during the season and cleaned out as necessary. Typically, most light traps are fitted with killing jars. This jar, usually a glass mason jar, fits onto a screw top mounted at the end of the funnel. After weathering outside, the connection between the screw top and the jar can become warped and damaged. Cracks can develop, and at this time the screw top should be replaced, because jars can easily fall from damaged tops and either break or lose the contents entirely. Some traps are fitted with Nalgene bottles, and the appropriate Nalgene top should be used, not a metal one. Killing jars generally hold a killing agent, such as a Vapona strip, at the bottom of the jar. These 1-inch strips contain dichlorvos, or 2,2-dichlorophenyl dimethyl phosphate, and, as with any pesticide, should be handled appropriately with personal protection. Placing a small Dixie cup with perforations on the bottom over the Vapona strip will keep the mosquitoes from direct contact with the strip, making collections easier. Replace this strip monthly by adding another strip to the jar. That way you'll be able to easily tell whether you've done this action or not simply by counting the number of strips. The trap can also be fitted with a collection net if samples are to be tested for arboviral activity. In some areas, vandalism is unavoidable. If you cannot protect the entire trap by placing it in a locked area, you can protect your sample by placing a grate or other blocking mechanism under the killing jar. Trap placement is important. These traps were designed to operate with the bottom of the cone at about 5.5 feet above the ground. When placing the trap outside, also consider where other light sources may be found. They can compete with the trap if they are too close. A reliable electrical source should be used so that the traps operate fully from dusk to dawn. Finally, while the color of the trap itself appears not to be important in attracting mosquitoes, the underside of the cone should be painted white and be clean. It is thought that the white paint reflects the light more brightly and may attract more mosquitoes. Newer traps with polished undersides may also reflect more light, but currently we have no data to support that idea. Traps should be operated from dusk to dawn. For traps with light sensors, this should be no problem unless they are placed in a dark habitat where an overcast sky could become dark enough to trigger the trap to turn on. If this is the situation, then consider replacing the sensor with the timer. With all timers, you'll need to remember to shift the on-off times with the correct dusk-dawn times as the season progresses. The New Jersey statewide adult mosquito surveillance program runs from 15 May to 31 October. Data can be sent in to the Center for Vector Biology in care of Lisa Reed through either email or fax. So, in summary, we hope this information will provide you with clean working traps that are properly placed and attended to throughout the mosquito season. In Part 2, we will see how to determine that traps are running in the appropriate operational range. Thank you.